Why do relationships crash and burn with such regularity? I'm not going to approach this as a psychologist. There's been countless studies done on the matter, and yet the divorce rate continues to climb across the board. There are some countries that are better than others, but I mean, it's not faring well for us because of these negative relationships, we also have a problem with declining childbirth. Eventually, this, if it continues, will end up so negative it'll be the cessation of civilization. But to just meander into the subject, the main reason for the crashes is men fall in love with what they see, and then they date, and they spend time together, and they decide this is the perfect person for them. But the one thing that people are not doing, and certainly at the rate of about 70%, is they're in relationships and they're not collecting data. I mean, when I see someone goes out on a date and they don't call back for a second date, I go, hooray. I mean, someone collected sufficient data to know that there was no need for a second date. I mean, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, you should spend as much time as necessary, probably a year, I would have thought, collecting data, meeting the family, talking about expectations, how many children, if any at all, where you're going to live, what sort of house, what are you going to do with your incomes? You're going to combine them, or are you going to stay separate? If you're going to have separate incomes and separate accounts, I'd suggest you shouldn't get married anyway. I mean, when you sign the marriage certificate, it doesn't say you're sharing your life sexually and having intimacy, but the money's separate. That's not on the document at all. When you sign a marriage certificate, you become one. Everything becomes common property. And if that's not how you see it, you should stay single and not burden the other party. But people are not sitting down and talking about intimacy and boundaries and the things that they require for a stable relationship. I mean, what do we want? What do I want for you, and what do you want for me? I mean, what are we bringing to the table for each other in terms of support? If you're not having these conversations before you get married, you shouldn't get married. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The single most important decision of your life, and you're tossing a penny to see if it comes down heads or tails. For what it's worth, have a look at the channel Pearly Things. Pearly as in Pearl, P-A-R-L. The lady that runs it, she's very objective, and I enjoy watching it. But the answer is very simple, and it's, she kind of, on Pearly Things, tends to look at the whole structure of it and why it failed from day one to the last day. I believe they failed pretty much on the first day. Well, they certainly failed in the first days of dating when people decide that they're not going to ask the hard questions. I mean, you've decided that it's finished before it started. You just don't know it. Keep going the same way you're going, because you're making work for me and putting money in my pocket. Thank you very much. I'm out of here.